Welcome to Mr. English Cafe. Imagine you just missed out on a big promotion at work. Your first thought isn't how can I improve, but rather my boss has always hated me. The system is rigged. Why does this always happen to me? We've all been there feeling like the world is a giant wave crashing down on us while we just stand there, helpless. But let me ask you, is life really happening to you, or are you just waiting for life to change for you? Hello everyone, and welcome back to the show. I'm Joe, your host and friend. I am so glad you're here today. We are diving into a topic that is a bit tough love, but it comes from a place of deep care, the victim mentality. Before we start, if you find today's session helpful, please hit that subscribe button and give us a like. It really helps me keep creating these deep dive sessions for you. Now, let's get into the heart of it. Having a victim mentality doesn't mean you haven't suffered. Bad things happen. People are unfair. Life is hard. However, the mentality starts when we stay in that pain and use it as a shield to avoid taking action. I remember a friend of mine, let's call him Mark. Mark felt stuck in a lonely town. He would say, "Nobody wants to hang out with me. People here are so cold." He was waiting for a neighbor to knock on his door and change his life. That is a passive mindset. He was the victim of a cold neighborhood. The shift happened when he changed his question. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" he started asking, "What can I do about this?" Instead of saying, "I'm lonely because people are mean." Saying, "I'm lonely, so I will join a local sports club today." When you blame outside forces, the economy, your parents, your boss, you are essentially saying, "I have no power." Taking back control means admitting that while you can't control the wind, you can adjust your sails. I want to share two stories and quotes that changed my perspective on this. First, let's talk about Viktor Frankl. He was a Jewish psychiatrist who spent years in Nazi concentration camps. He lost his family, his home, and his dignity. But even in the middle of that nightmare, he noticed something. He saw that the prisoners who had the best chance of surviving were those who found a meaning for their suffering. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Frankl teaches us that our environment does not define us, our choice defines us. Even if you cannot change your situation, you can change your mind. Next, we look at Henry Ford, the man who changed how we build cars. He faced many failures before he became successful. He understood that our minds act like a compass. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. This leads us to a psychological concept called the self-fulfilling prophecy. Think of it like a circle. If you believe you are a victim, you will stop trying. Because you stop trying, you will fail. Because you fail, your belief that life is against me becomes even stronger. To break the circle, you have to change the belief first. So, how do we actually stop this habit? Here are 3 suggestions to improve yourself, explained deeply. 1. Watch your language, the power of yet. Our words create our reality. When you say "I can't do this," your brain stops looking for a solution, it shuts down, you must catch yourself. Replace "I am a failure" with "I failed at this specific task." Adding the word "yet" is like opening a door. I don't know how to do this yet. This small change moves you from a fixed state to a growing state. 2. The 5-minute vent rule: processing emotion. Taking control doesn't mean you have to be a robot. You are allowed to feel sad. If something bad happens, set a timer for 5 minutes. In those 5 minutes, be the biggest victim in the world. Cry, complain, and feel sorry for yourself. But when the timer beeps, the victim version of you leaves the room. You then ask, what is the very next small step I can take? This helps you process the emotion without getting stuck in it for days. 3. Practice gratitude for your strengths: rebuilding evidence. A victim mentality tells you that you are weak. You need to prove your brain wrong. Every night, write down one thing you did where you took action. It could be as small as I chose to cook a healthy meal instead of ordering fast food. This builds a file of evidence in your mind. Over time, you stop seeing yourself as someone things happen to and start seeing yourself as someone who makes things happen. To wrap things up, remember this: the victim mentality feels safe because it protects you from the fear of failure. If it's not your fault, you don't have to try, but that safety is a prison. Taking back control is scary because it means you are responsible for your results, but it is also the only way to be truly free. You are stronger than your circumstances. You're not the character in a movie watching things happen. You are the writer of the script. Thank you so much for spending these time with me. We've talked about shifting from why me to what now. Learned from Viktor Frankl and looked at how to change our daily language. Here is my deep question for you today. What is one area of your life where you have been blaming someone else? And what is one small thing you can do to take responsibility for it today? Think about it, really feel it. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, like, and share this podcast with a friend who might need a little boost today. Your support means the world to me. Until next time, take care of yourself and take charge. I'm Joe, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining us. In this podcast, you've learned the following. Let's read aloud. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing: the last of the human freedoms to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing: the last of the human freedoms to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Rig. The citizens were furious because they believed the election was rigged by the ruling party. We managed to rig up a temporary shelter using a plastic tarp and some bamboo sticks. He spent 10 years working as an engineer on an offshore oil rig in the North Sea. Sail. The children loved watching the white boats sail smoothly across the calm lake. The captain ordered the crew to lower the mainsail before the storm arrived. We plan to set sail for the tropical island early tomorrow morning. Prophecy. In the movie, the main character spent his whole life trying to fulfill an ancient prophecy. The old witch made a chilling prophecy that the king's kingdom would fall within a year. Many people believed his dark warnings were a prophecy of the upcoming economic crisis. Gratitude. Practicing gratitude by writing down 3 good things every day can improve your happiness. She sent a handwritten thank you note to express her deep gratitude to her mentors. The community looked back on the retired doctor's years of selfless service with gratitude. Feel free to read it aloud. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment below.